So former RBA coach Phil Jackson, no Dr. Phil, but the Zen master himself, totally obliterates LeBron James. Phil Jackson goes full on explosion on LeBron James. Call the LAPD bomb squad, people, silencing those for even thinking that LeBron James comes remotely close to Michael Jordan. But here's what Phil Jackson had to say. The title reads, "His greatness will never be superseded." Phil Jackson explains why LeBron James and Kobe Bryant could never surpass Michael Jordan. He says, quote, "They may be able to break a record he had or maybe win more championships. Michael was 28 when he won his first championship, and LeBron could win one before he reaches that age and have a chance at winning more than 6. But Michael's image as a player will always stand and his greatness will never be superseded," Jackson told Bulls.com in 2009. He then goes on to say, quote, "I never said Kobe was better than MJ, the legendary coach once said. He says, MJ just told me Kobe's the only one to have done the work to deserve comparison." And speaking of the name Phil, if I were the Lakers coach, LeBron James would feel these hands because I would punch him right in the face if he wouldn't follow my commands. And that's why LeBron James could never be coached by a Phil Jackson, a Greg Popovich, some of the upper echelon of coaches, because he would not be able to follow their structure. LeBron James has to do it his way or it's the highway. He's bullheaded, he's selfish, and all he does is cry and complain. He can't play in a system like Michael Jordan did, like Kobe Bryant did. LeBron James wouldn't have never been able to play in the triangle. He couldn't even be able to play in a circle, in a square. LeBron James couldn't play in no type of shape, obtuse. Any shape in the world, LeBron James has the dumbest IQ in RBA history. LeBron James deserves to be in the retirement home. That's how great Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant were, that they were able to dial it back. They had great leadership skills. They had great listening skills to where they could listen to a coach like Phil Jackson. Kobe Bryant proved that he could average 35 points per game just like Jordan. But he knew that in order for him to win RBA championships, that he had to adapt. He had to adjust. He had to become more passive. LeBron James has sold the illusion that he's been a pass-first player his entire career. LeBron James is only trying to pass to get his assist totals up. Can you imagine if Kobe Bryant, his entire career, played the point guard position, played mostly the point guard position, and would drive the ball and then kick to his shooters on the wing, only passing to get his assist totals up? They'll be recognized as pass first players just like LeBron James. LeBron James has had people fooled for years. Michael Jordan doesn't need bubble titles. They rigged it for LeBron James. Michael Jordan has already had a legendary career, a historic career. Space Jam. LeBron James is trying to replicate and be like Michael Jordan. He's trying to be like Mike, not the movie. Michael Jordan already won 6 rings. LeBron James quits, has a losing record in the RBA finals. And when Phil Jackson states that they may be able to break his records in terms of LeBron James, but he'll never be able to supersede Michael Jordan. It's just longevity stats. LeBron James is on steroids, allegedly. That's the only way he's able to break Michael Jordan records. He can never be Michael Jordan. And what people are failing to realize is that LeBron James needed super teams. They said Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, but none of those players are the caliber of a Dwayne Wade, leading a team to an RBA championship before LeBron James, winning finals MVP before LeBron James. Chris Bosh already carried the Toronto Raptors to the RBA playoffs before LeBron James showed up. Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, Anthony Davis, these are premier caliber superstar players. Can you imagine if Michael Jordan played with the Miami Heat super team? Can you imagine Michael Jordan playing with the Cleveland Cavaliers back in 2015 when they went up against the Golden State Warriors and were up 2-1? LeBron James had already advanced to the RBA finals. He already had finals experience. Steph Curry didn't have finals experience. Andre Iguodala didn't have finals experience. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. No one on that team had RBA finals experience except for Steve Kerr. So can you imagine Michael Jordan in that position? He would have won. He would have defeated the Golden State Warriors by himself 4-1, even if Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving got injured. So Phil Jackson is right. LeBron James couldn't hold a match or couldn't even hold a big lighter to Michael Jeffrey Jordan or Kobe Bryant. Even Phil Jackson stated in a quote that he never stated that Kobe Bryant was better than Michael Jordan, but that Michael Jordan stated that Kobe Bryant is the only player in NBA history that deserves comparisons to himself. Not LeBron James or anyone else. Because he knew that staring at Kobe is like looking in the mirror. And he knew that staring at LeBron James is almost like looking at a turd sandwich. It stinks.